Sleep apnea was impacting my life in many ways. The worst one for me was that I was tired all the time. I was dozing off in the evenings. I was having a hard time staying awake at work, and I wasn't even sleeping in my own bed. I hadn't slept in my bed in 5 years because my wife couldn't deal with the snoring. So then that led me to go to the doctor, and she suggested that I have a sleep study done. So when I first had a sleep study done, it was through a different provider, and they never did any sort of examination of me. And actually the experience that I had with the other provider was similar to the commercials that I have heard on the radio for Advent, which is they just threw me on a CPAP, and they expected that to be the end-all be-all solution. So to come to Advent and have them examine me upon the first visit and tell me that I was what the underlying issues were, that was a huge change from the other provider I had seen, and went along right with the radio commercials I had listened to. So when I got a CPAP from the other provider, it didn't do anything. So they continued to increase pressures repeatedly without any effects. So I wasn't seeing any improvement in my quality of life or the amount of times I stopped breathing per hour, because they didn't get to the underlying root of the underlying cause of what was going on. When I would go back to the other provider, I would just get pressure increases. And the only other significant change that was made was I was switched to a BiPAP from a CPAP so that I could get higher pressures yet, which still did not take care of the problem. I've really enjoyed working with the people at Advent, from the staff that greets you to the staff that gets me back to the examination room. One of the things that I really liked was that they examined me right from the start and could tell me what my underlying issues were. And when I was at a different provider, there wasn't even an examination done. So to come in and have my issues diagnosed and then have a plan of action and actually carry through with the balloon sinuplasty, it's been a real joy so far. Before the procedure, I was sleeping on the couch, and now that I can breathe, I am able to sleep in the bed without keeping my wife awake with my snoring. Feel more refreshed, and I'm not dozing off at night anymore, and I'm able to get through my workday without nearly falling asleep. So there's been a tremendous change. No more naps for me.